everyone, Guardiane here to do a non-published or non-advertised live stream. I do those once in a while. Probably should do them all the time, but that would make sense. So this isn't my monthly live stream. This is a bonus one, spontaneous. I even know if I properly prepared for this because I'm always missing something. So if you guys can't hear me or something's amiss, and if anyone happens to join the stream at all, let me know in the comments and I'll try and fix it. So why am I doing this? Well, if you saw the title, it's about Final Fantasy Record Keeper, and I know you guys see me stream this periodically before, and I know most people don't care about this game. I don't get a lot of views anyway, but I especially don't get a lot of views for this game. But the reason I'm doing this is because it's being retired, and that bums me out because Final Fantasy Record Keeper was one of my go-to games. That and Killing Floor 2. Those are my everyday go-to games that I could never get bored of somehow. And it's been active since 2015. And 7 years later, they're finally retiring it. As of September 29th, I think the date was. I'll check it again with you guys on the stream here. But it bummed me out. I actually felt like, oh, how can they get rid of this game? This is my everyday go-to game. It's a free Android app game called, again, Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It's still there now, but in North America, it's going to be gone soon in September. They're still going to have the Japanese release, apparently, but everywhere else in the world, the game's been abolished and removed. So I guess it's only a matter of time before it's gone in Japan too. But if you play the game now, you wouldn't think it's going anywhere. They're still releasing updates for it every day, every other day. There's always new stuff coming out for it, so it bums you out for people like me. Like if you go to the Reddit forum, you see everyone's like, no, don't get rid of this game. There's a petition I signed to try and keep the game alive. It's probably not going to do anything, but I signed it. I even paid like $3 to advertise it because I'm just sad and I don't want this game to go away. Because it's a fun little game. It's a free game. It's one of those games too that has like loot boxes and pay to win, but I'll get into that later. The paying for this game makes zero sense. No offense to the creators, but it's a ripoff to put any money into this game. So, and you don't need to, because if you invest enough time, like I did, 7 friggin' years, you can get everything you need. You just gotta be patient. But all that was for nothing. It's gonna go away. I guess it's inevitable with any video game that nothing lasts forever. So I get it. I'm not like mad. I'm just bummed out because from the way they were doing this game, it seemed like it wasn't ever going to leave. They're always updating it every other day. There's never been a break. So, hey, Sam. Oh, you can hear me okay. You remember? Yeah. No one else is here. I know. Even if I do advertise, the most I ever get on the stream is like 10 people. Sad clown. Yet I still do it. Because to me, it's like if it's one fan or it's 100 fans, I still have fans at all, and I appreciate you guys. So until the day comes and I have 0 fans left, I'm gonna be doing this. So, but I guess I should just get straight into the game. I'm just gonna show you every single aspect of this game to show you what it meant to me and why I enjoyed it so much. Because I'm a sad old man who likes these games. So, but yeah, so it's not gonna be too entertaining probably. But I don't care. It's a bonus live stream. It's not planned. The live stream I'm doing for this month I haven't planned yet. I didn't know if I'm going to play Spectacle again or what. I don't know. But this isn't it. This is a bonus one. And one more thing before I go ahead and show you the game. I'm going to tell you a funny story that happened to me today because I'm just an angry old guy. Okay, I'm going to end up like this person I'm about to talk about. So I go to the grocery store today, okay? Let's go to Walmart. Getting your dailies, fruit, vegetables. See, everything's going seamless. You know, there's no problems. I'm like, oh, this is weird, because normally I have some sort of road rage incident or, well, in my head. No, nothing actually happens. I just get annoyed because people are driving too slow or something. So I'm in the grocery store, shopping, and at the end of the aisle, there's these 2 old ladies. And they have to talk in such a way that they're diagonal and blocking the aisle so you can't come in or leave. And I'm thinking, why do they gotta do that? Why do people have to be like that? Block the row entirely so you can't come in or leave. Why should you have to say, excuse me? It should be common sense to stand at the side of the aisle so you're not in anyone's way. So I'm thinking, I'm not going all the way around the aisle because of these old ladies. I'm going through. So either they move before they move. So I'm heading toward them, and I hear the one old lady mumbling to her friend. She's like, oh, he's going to come this way anyway, just to be difficult. I'm thinking, nah, she can't be talking about me. I'm paranoid, but she can't be talking about me. It works in this situation, but she must be talking about something else. A conversation I missed. And they leave just this much space for me to get through. So I'm like, I squeezed through them. They didn't move. They didn't do anything. It's like, okay, well, I'm just going to go through. You want to be a bunch of old dicks. And as I squeeze through, the old lady says, now I've seen everything. Now I knew she's talking about me. And I didn't say anything, because they're old ladies. They're probably senile and mental. Meaning, who goes to the grocery store to cause trouble? Old senile ladies. So saying something would be giving them what they want, and who knows what kind of pot I'd be stirring. But I was so mad inside. I was like, so pissed off. So basically, they were mad because they couldn't make me mad. And she says she's seen everything. Now, I've seen everything. I didn't think it was possible for people to go to the grocery store with the intent on making people mad. I was like so mad the whole time, pushing my cart. Now you've seen everything, you stupid old hag. Getting mad in my head the whole time, rest of the time I was there. Like a lunatic. Even on the drive home, like, you stupid, I should have said something. I'm crazy. Okay? It's funny now I'm telling you guys because it's just so dumb. The whole thing is dumb. I can laugh at it now, but I get so bent out of shape over stupid stuff like this. It's like, you've seen everything? You're here with the intent on causing trouble, and I'm the jerk. Oh, people. Anyway, that's my story. I should probably get into the game now. Sam, you'll be alright. Yes, Sam. I'll get through the day somehow. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to the game here. Let's see. Hopefully I set this up right, because every time I think I have, something else comes up. Alright, so sorry for the view, because this game is an Android game, so this is the only view you're going to get. And this isn't not the typical title screen. This is a special event title screen because it's summer festival thing. It's kind of corny and cheesy, the game itself. It's geared for all ages, I guess, right? So it has a kiddish feel to it. But I'm an old man who plays video games, so whatever. And I had to turn the sound effects on, actually. I turned all the sound off normally because I usually play this in the background. So let's do that first. I haven't actually played with sound effects for so long, I forget what it sounds like. Alright. Wow, I forgot this game had music. But if it ends up being too quiet, too loud, Sam, let me know. But yeah, so this game, it's a free Android game. Again, there are loot boxes and stuff like that. But when I very first played this game, it was super simplistic. There was 2 things you could do, I swear. Realms and like power-up dungeons. And that was it. So you were limited in what you could do per day. And they give you stamina bars, so you can only do so many things a day and you're done. It's just a quick, fast, everyday, kill some time sort of thing. But over the years, they've added so much freaking content that anyone new to this game would be like, where the hell do I even start? It's like a mess for newcomers. You'd be like overwhelmed with all the stuff you could do. But they do have a training section. Not sadly, it's actually good. So you can hopefully get a grasp on where to start and what to do. But the whole premise of this game, it's like a retro Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV, the old Super Nintendo era of games. That's how the battle system looks. Like, I'll do a quick... Actually, you know what? I gotta go back to the settings. I have to turn the speed down. Because I play in super fast mode. Where is that now, actually? Music... Oh, battle speed. I gotta put 3. No, I want that fast, and I want regular animation speed. That's what I want. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Well, I guess we'll find out when I play. Otherwise, if the game happens to survive past September, and people ever want to pick up this game and add me as a friend on the game, well, if it ever loads the damn screen. There is my profile. Is this KO? What's my friend ID? Oh, there it is. But by September, it's going to be gone, so none of this really matters anyway, so... And there are 4 lights. For those of you who don't know what that quote is from, it's from Star Trek Next Generation from Captain Picard. If you're not old, you probably won't get it. Alright, so let's start with the most simplistic thing, or maybe I'll just show you my parties and stuff first. I'm going to show you everything from this game, whether or not you want to see it. Too bad. Because this game was super fun over the 7 years I've played it. So here we go. So basically, you can have a party of any single game of Final Fantasy you want. Like, let's give you an idea. Like, this is all my Realm teams. Final Fantasy 7, 13, 6, 1, 8, 9, 5, you name it. Almost every single Final Fantasy game is referenced in this. There's a story mode, which I'll show you that later. And I'm not going to pretend I'm super elitist pro at this game. I like to think I'm pretty damn good, but for anyone who knows this game, I can only go up to difficulty 500. Anything 500 and above, forget it. I can't do it. Even though I've been playing for 7 years, I don't have the skill required or the stats required to do it. You would think, but, you know, I guess it gives you a reason to keep playing, right? If I had mastered everything, I wouldn't have any reason to play, so. But yeah, you can also sort by, like, elements. There's elemental fights you can do, too, and everything, and you name it. But, okay, so my best team ever is my Final Fantasy VII team, and that's just by sheer luck. I'll explain that after. This is my best team. And in terms of the items you get, normally the items you get in this game are based on, again, sheer luck, on relic draws. And relic draws they do every other freaking day they have a new one. And you can either pay real money for them, which I've never done because it's insane. Let me show you why. No tickets. Where's the damn store? Let me tell you why using real money in this game makes no sense. So let's say, gems, here we go. Look at this. 9,500 gems, 114 Canadian dollars. Why? Like, even you'd think, well, pay $1.30, that's not too bad. Okay, 100 gems, let me see what you can get with 100 gems. This is the only downfall of the game, by the way. That's why I'm getting this out of the way first. Here's look at this. Oh no, let's go to a gem one. There's a gem exclusive one. Yeah. 1,500 gems! Now, how much did that cost again? Oh, well, $12 maybe. But you think, okay, that's still not too bad. But you know what this means? You're only guaranteed one good thing, which could be any single thing in the game you might not even need. You can't even pick what you want. Otherwise, it's a random draw of stuff. You're not even guaranteed to get anything good. So in essence, you could pay $120 and get nothing you wanted. Why would I do that? Why? But anyway, if you ignore all that and play for free, you'll eventually get everything you could possibly want. You just gotta be patient. So, I have 106... Oh, by the way, they give you regular in-game currency every day a little bit. I had 300 just yesterday, but since this festival came out, I have 106. So, I could get something... Not today, although I actually used all my gems today, really, but... I think I could get something with free gems and I have 106 mithril, but I'm not going to right now because I don't want to spend any more and I spent enough. But they have tons of things. So this is how you get your good stuff in the game, through these draws, and it's sheer luck. But like I said, over the course of 7 years, I pretty much have everything I need. And anyways, they nerfed all the relic draw stuff with the labyrinth items that you get. There's a labyrinth dungeon you can do where they give you set items, which nerf all the relic draw items, which kind of defeats the purpose, but I guess I'm not complaining. I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably going over everyone's head right now with all this, who have no idea how this game works. So let me just skip and go straight into a fight, because there's so many things to freaking cover in this game. Oh my god. Let's go to a training thing I can easily slaughter because I'm way overpowered. Like difficulty 50, difficulty 2, I can do difficulty up to 500 like I said. So this is really no sense for me to do this. Let's just show how fast I can murder everyone. And every time you start a battle, you can pick, like these are other people's profiles in the game, like real life, other players like myself. Like remember when you saw my profile, I had a character selected? Well, this is the same thing for other people. This is their profile, this is the character they selected. So when you fight, you can have a bonus attack, which is whatever's shown here. So I don't need a bonus attack because I'm too tough as it is, but each one has its own abilities. Like this one specializes in wind attack, this one's healing, this one is lightning, I think. So if I'm fighting a boss whose elemental weakness is lightning, then I want to pick this one. Or if I'm fighting a boss where they don't have any weakness, I get hurt easily, you can pick a healing person. You get it? So in this case, I don't need to pick anyone because I'm just going to slaughter them anyway. So pick them, whatever. Hey, Syak, thanks for coming for a couple seconds. So, okay, this is to start the fight. But this is story-based, Sam. Yeah, there's a story-based and there's also random. There's so much stuff in this game. I'll show you the story after. I'm just going to do some random stuff first. A very easy fight versus a difficult fight I can't even do yet, you know? Just to give you an idea. Okay, so I have it on wait mode because for many years they didn't have a wait mode. So basically it's real time. If I, like, let me turn it off. This is how it used to be. Like, it always, if you looked away from your screen for a second, it would always be going. And I hated that because I'd usually put it on during work. And I'm like, okay, I can't be glued to the screen the whole time. So they eventually put in this wait mode so I can attack and fight whenever the hell I want to, which I thought was genius. But it took them years to do it. It's alright, well, it doesn't matter. I can keep this on wait mode off. I still started them. So let's use my own special attack first, which I haven't even got into yet. Historia Crystals. I'm not used to being this slow. And then I use one special attack that from another guy's profile, which I don't even need to use. What the hell? They get bonus currency if you use their profile. And if there are any pros who end up watching this video, you have to forgive me. I don't know the lingo. I'm not that pro. I'm just an old dude who's played for 7 years, and even though I'm following the Reddit page, I don't know the lingo. I'm too dumb. So you're gonna have to bear with my incompetency and using the right abbreviations and stuff. You know, I could just put on auto attack. What the hell? I don't even need to try. My regular attacks will slaughter them. See, this is the basics of the game. This is like, you could just do, like when you first start the game with nothing, it's just how you have to fight, with regular boring attacks, but I just like how every character has their Final Fantasy VI retro look to them. That's why I like this game originally, because I'm an old school Final Fantasy guy, so to me this was right up my alley. But anyway, I'm not going to do all these, because at the end you really don't get anything for it anyway, since I've mastered these years ago. So I'm just going to retreat. Oh, no, retreat. Oh, you failed! No, I didn't fail, I just gave up. So let's now go to a more advanced dungeon, just to give you an idea. A hard one, but I can still destroy it. Let's go to the Guardiane dungeons. These are the more advanced area. So they go on rows. Like, look, I haven't done these ones yet because I'm not that good. Dreams difficulty is what, 300 and up? Is it 350 and up? And this is still easy for me. So I mastered them all. You can see Master 3-3. And basically all this section is just a way to level up your characters and maximize them and get bonus items and everything. That's all this section is for. It's not story-based at all. So in the Dream section is just bosses from each Final Fantasy game, like the bosses from Final Fantasy I. Even though the Zombie Dragon wasn't really a boss of Final Fantasy I. So you can face against the same boss in different difficulties, and if you were to master it, you get better items. But at the same time, if you've already mastered it, they still give you a reason to come back and play it later. They have the Citadel of Trials, which every day or every week, they give you bonus items for playing it again and again and again. So they always have a reason to come back and beat it. If you're a freak like me and just don't get bored of it and want to master your characters. So each Final Fantasy game, a special boss from each game you can fight against. Of course, they don't fight like they do in the game. They like uber versions of themselves. So let's actually, yeah, this would be too easy. Let's go to the middle one, Torment, which is same idea but harder difficulties. What is it like with this one? 240 to 450, and I can still slaughter these guys. But anything above 500, I'm gonna lose. So let's say, which game? We'll do Final Fantasy VII, so that's my best team. Do the 450 difficulty. It tells you, okay, this is what you would get if you win. But I've already collected it all. And I'll go into the items later, what each item does, but... And it tells you, gives you tips, like here's the boss. Here's what you have to do to fight him. And when I was first played this game and didn't understand how it worked, I didn't bother reading any of this. And when you go into the high difficulties, you have to read this. You have to understand how they work. Otherwise, you're going to get slaughtered. Me, not so much anymore in this difficulty because... But you have to read it. Like, okay, the more heroes with record synergy in the party, the lower the enemy's resistance. Which means you only want to fight a Final Fantasy VII boss in this instance with Final Fantasy VII characters, or you're going to have a hard time. So use Final Fantasy VII characters, and hopefully, if you're like me, you have a whole series of characters that are super elite levels, so you don't have to worry. Whereas if you're new, you might have like one good character from Final Fantasy VII, and then you're kind of stuck doing this. So use as many Final Fantasy VII characters as you can, or whatever series you're playing. If you're fighting a Final Fantasy V boss, use Final Fantasy V characters, etc. Revive a certain amount of times after they're defeated, whatever. The enemy uses strong attack. See this? Okay. Remember this, because you want to equip elemental resistance stuff in these categories, so you don't get hurt so badly. The enemy uses attacks that poison and confuse. Okay. Hopefully you have something that resists all this stuff, but I don't. And when you use something that confuses you, you want to make sure you use a spell that can diffuse that or nerf that ability. So Dispel is what you want to equip. Mighty Guard, okay. You also want to carry, Dispel on them. Sorry, you want to get Asuna for yourself. Asuna nullifies any confuse and what spells they might use on you. What's the term I'm looking for when they confuse you or mute you or berserk you or something that I forget the terminology. See, I'm stupid to admit. So you want to use Asuna to cure any stuff like that, and use Dispel on them to diffuse any buffs they put on themselves. But anyway, I should just stop talking and just play the game. Reduce enemy. Okay, so if you take too long to kill him, he'll just instant one-shot you and kill you. Ability to cure. Okay, alright, fine, whatever. So it tells you, see, 5 heroes, so the more heroes you use, the more nerfed they are. So if you have 5 heroes, it super nerfs them, which is what you want to do. If you only have 1, 2, or 3, their elemental resistances still go up. So you want to have 4 or more to do any good in this fight. Just to give an idea. Debuffs, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. They even give you, they never used to have this. They have top picks. So if you have these characters, you can recreate parties other people have used just to make it easier for you. They super simplified this game. They never used to have this tab. It took me years to figure out what formula works. And what formula works? Well, I'll tell you. You want to have a character that can always beef up your, what's the term I'm looking for? Soul gauge. Okay, your soul gauge is very important, soul break gauge. So you want a character that can always beef up your soul break gauge. That's this character. She's my soul break gauge character. You want a healer, which is Aerith. You want at least 2 attackers, which is Cloud and Sephiroth. And you want a miscellaneous, how do I call it? This guy. The guy who gives you a realm chain or a chain of some kind, which will give you bonus attacks. So in this case, since it's a realm battle, a Final Fantasy VII realm battle, I want a character that has a realm chain. So you want a chain guy, a healer, a soul break gauge guy, and 2 attackers. And I find this formula works best for me. There's probably better formulas out there that I have no freaking clue what they are. Again, I don't claim to be pro, I'm just telling you what works. Also down here, you can pick either a elemental esper, or you can pick a, what is this called? Historia crystal. I think I would know this by now. In this case, since it's a realm thing, not an elemental battle, I want to pick an Historia crystal, which focuses on boosting your realm. So I'll get into that after. Whew, so much stuff to talk about, I'm going to miss something. Otherwise, I could pick an elemental boost, it wouldn't hurt in this case, but I don't want elemental, I want... Why is there a freaking wind thing in here? I want... Okay. So, alright, so I have my armor and gear selected, my abilities selected, my soul break selected, which he doesn't have a lot because I don't have a lot for Sid, I just need that chain in my materia, and I'll get all to that later. Just want to show you what it's like to fight a battle in this game. And now I get to pick my bonus thing. In this case, I just pick healing. I won't need to use it. But they also give you bonus chains. If you don't have a chain guy like I do, they give you a realm chain here itself. Which I could use, but I don't need to. I don't know whether they have 1 and 2 versions. Why you want to pick version 1 instead of 2, I don't know. I just picked the healing one. Alright. Now, I'm cheap. I use Overdrive. I never used to have Overdrive. Overdrive just means it super buffs your characters, so it's even easier to fight this guy. I could beat him with the buffs off, but it's more fun with the buffs on, and I'm cheap. And I don't know who can auto-run these battles. I certainly can't. Maybe I could. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to fight Jenova. How much stamina it requires, since it's super tough difficulty, they don't take a lot of stamina for whatever reason. Now I get to see me kick the crap out of Jenova. Now I'll do a 550 difficulty or 600 after, and watch me get slaughtered. I don't know what that does. Alright, so I could attack the tendrils, but it's just a waste of time. We're not just going for the main boss, because that's how you beat the battle. So in this case, I'm going to start off with a soul break, since I start off with a soul break attack, and I'm going to do... Actually, no. I'm going to start off by doing my soul sync. And the reason I'm targeting this is because sometimes I'll auto-attack one of the tendrils instead of the main guy, so I'm making sure it always attacks that. So I'll do my Historia Crystal, which only lasts for so long. You're going to use it twice each battle. So it buffs your characters and hurts them a lot. But eventually it runs out, and you only get to use it twice per battle. And now... Oh yeah, by the way, the reason I start off with soul breaks is because I use that overdrive thing I just talked about. So it super buffs me and cheaps me out. So... okay, I won't get into all these just yet. It'll take too much to explain, so just watch me do the battle. I won't talk about it too much right now. No, I didn't want to use that. That was an accident. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna collect right now. I should wait to use this, but I don't need to, so... See, they use Mighty Guard on themselves, so I'm going to use a Dispel to get rid of that. This is my chain activation. So now my guys have a buff. Even more buff than they already were. Which is necessary for the really intense, harder battles. Okay, then what I wanted to do was this. See, I don't have all the best attacks yet for all these characters. I only have so much. I'm just gonna give her... What I'm doing is transferring some of my gold soul break gauge to her, because she's my healer, so... You always want to make sure your healer soul break gauge is pretty high, because you're always... At some really tough battles, you constantly need to heal. I don't want to do any of this yet. And the thing about just... Because normally when you want to transfer Soul Break gauge, the basic ability to do that transfers your whole gauge, whereas her special ability only transfers 2 bars, which is great. That's important, but I guess I can get into that later. I'll probably forget. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? Oh, it's, hey, everyone, it's time to pray. All right. Let's see. I should save my Soul Break gauge, but since I can slaughter this guy, I'm just going to waste it. Okay, and sure, her gauge is full, but I don't need to heal anyone yet, so I'm just gonna wait her turn out. So it looks like I'm pretty damn tough, right? Well, if against this boss I am. The next boss you'll see me fight, you'll be like, wow, you suck. I don't know how anyone can beat a difficulty 500 and higher. I don't know how they do it. It's just 7 years worth of items, and I still can't master this game. Alright, now I want to use his other one to buff himself further, which is Zanshin. Skip. I probably don't have to select, actually. They should auto-attack the main person, but... Oh, see, the thing wore off, and he buffed himself again. So, Dispel. I'm not going to use this with... I'm not going to waste this turn on that. Alright, so I'm going to make her use it again. I'm sure the Super Pros don't use Overdrive. I don't care. So last time I can use this, but I won't need to use it again anyway. It's almost dead. I guess I could heal myself now. It's not even halfway dead. Just to show you what the hell the healing thing does. I'm actually waiting for him to... Oh, no, wait. Alright, he's not going to see his attack. Would have done over. Alright, dead. And for the longest time, I remember I couldn't do difficulty 200. Or I thought I couldn't, so for years I wouldn't bother. And then when I finally actually gave up and tried, I'm like, oh my god, I slaughtered them. And I just kept going until I realized, okay, 500 and up, I guaranteed I can't do. But then over the years, they've nerfed difficulties too. Like, it used to be really hard to do difficulty, like 200 and something. But they probably realized that and nerfed it and made it like, now it's 500 and so. Yeah, because I didn't get any more rewards because I already collected them all. There's an endless amount of things to do in this game. That's why I liked it. Oh, see, I got rewards because these were like dailies. Daily rewards they have. Since they don't have trials, I just showed you guys that. And what these rat tails are for is to level up your Historia crystals, which I briefly showed you. So let's just collect these. What the hell? Oh, I clicked all. What am I doing? Yes, thank you. Let's collect all. Did it. Alright. So basically, every week they replenish this, I think. But I'll just do a few more battles before I get into all the other things. So we'll do a Dreambreaker. I can beat these, quote-unquote, but I can't master them. See, I've completed some of them, but these are insanely hard, and I'm not that good at this game. So let's do a Final Fantasy VII Realm battle again. 580. This is insane. I don't know how you're supposed to beat these. Master them. but you're actually expected to master them. Don't ask me how. So same party. See, I haven't collected these. I've only collected... That's the most damage I've ever done to him. 50%. Above that, he slaughters me. And you'll see what I mean. So his Ultima weapons is actual boss from Final Fantasy VII. And actually is insanely difficult in the game itself. I couldn't beat... actually, this one you're supposed to beat in the game. But all the other weapons in Final Fantasy VII are insanely difficult to beat. So it's only fitting that you fight him. Okay. I should probably read what his weaknesses are, but I'm gonna lose anyway. Alright, so I'm already have everything set up the way I want it. I'm gonna pick the healing, that won't matter because I'm gonna get slaughtered. You'll see what I mean. 52.7%, which is not bad, even with overdrive on. Watch. I don't think I'll do any better than last time, so we'll see. Alright, here we go. Same routine as before, but... see, without this weight system, these fights were that much harder. You were stressed out because you couldn't make a single mistake without the weight system. One mistake, you must reset the whole battle. That's why I'm glad they put this in here. So now you can plan out your attack and think. In this case, I don't even know what the best way of doing it, so I'm just going to start by doing whatever. Whether I'm not doing the pro routine or the pro way of doing it, I don't know. I'm just doing it my way. Okay, that didn't hurt me too bad. We'll do skip. Chain. I'm going to wait and use this first. It's just a buff. I didn't even need anyway. I'm just gonna charge. She doesn't even have any special attacks. She just has soul break charges and transfers. See, the rage level. That's another thing with the higher difficulties have. The higher their rage goes, the harder it is to hurt them. Super cheap. And to bring it down, you have to do 10,000 plus damage to them. Otherwise, your rage level will keep increasing till they one-hit kill you and you're dead. Which sucks. I'm gonna charge again. Okay, I'm gonna now that my chain is going, I now want to use my special attacks. You'll see, it's every time I hit them, it goes up a percentage. You'll see. See, 103, 104, 105. That's how much extra damage you're doing. It increases with each attack, so you want to not really attack them until you used your chain. But the chain runs out. See, the rage faded, because I did 10,000 plus damage. But you think, oh, okay, you're doing alright. Wait till I get to 50% damage on him and how much harder he gets. If I even get that far this time. Okay, that hurts. So now I want to heal myself. Maybe I don't. I maybe could have survived a few more attacks. I don't know. I'm gonna charge that. I'm now gonna transfer some to her. And reach level 1 again. Alright. That's another cool thing I forgot to mention. You can have even the enemies, villains from the game on your team. Except for Alpha, obviously was never a good guy, but here he is on my team. So that's kind of cool. They put every single character you can think of in this game. You can have a team full of the bosses from other games if you wanted. I could have a team with Sephiroth and whatever bosses from Final Fantasy 4, 2, 3, whatever. You cheap bastard. Okay, still halfway charged. I'm gonna jump. Oh, okay, now they have dark on them. Shoot, I forgot about that. Ah, I wasted my attack. See, now they have shades on, which means now my physical attacks are nerfed, which means I'll probably miss every time I attack. Except, no, he won't miss. So I want her. I want Aretha. Great. Now he just lives me. When I use my ultra cure, won't get rid of that debuff off Cloud. But it doesn't affect Sephiroth because his attack can't miss anyway. Okay, now his debuff should be gone. Alright, now I can attack again. I'm going to... Why is it my weight is on? Come on, it shouldn't be going. Oh, my chain ran out. And his ran out too. Is weight not working? I should have a lot more attacks. Yeah, I don't know. I think weight's not working. It's weird. I should get my haste back anyway. How did I get 50% before? I'm not doing that well this time. I must be doing something wrong. I'm gonna keep charging it. Ah, that really hurt. She doesn't have that many good soul breaks, so I think that's why I'm hurting a lot here. This will buff him back up again a little bit. It should help a little, not too much, but whatever. What can I do? Ah, you bastard. That'd lower it down by 1. I'm gonna use this again. You bastard. That helped. Yeah. I'll probably get to 50% again, but that's as far as I'm gonna get. I'm not doing enough damage to him. See, I was already... Yeah, see, now he's already changed forms, which... And he's debuffed me, everything again. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this since I'm already maxed out my limit break gauge. There's another limit break gauge. Ah, there's so much to this game. So there are some soul breaks you can use that have two gauges pretty much. The one down there and the one up here, which I just used. This... Yeah, jumps right back up to 2. Cheap son of a... Since I'm not going to do much better, I'm just going to use this now. I'm not going to be able to do this at all. How people master these fights again, I don't know. I'm barely doing 50% damage. Or 50% health off of them. Okay, I can actually afford not to use my attack right now. I'll save it. Even though the soul break wasn't, the chain hadn't run out yet, it was about to run out, so it's just better to recharge it. But it puts you back on 100% bonus as opposed to whatever it was at. I don't think I can debuff that. So I'm just gonna skip it. And I get slaughtered. This is 50% mark, so this is where he's gonna start slaughtering me. And I'm just gonna be futile effort. And I have nothing I can use right now. Well, I guess I could use these, but they're useless. The hell, might as well. Is that... No, he doesn't have shades on. Oh my god. Really hurting him now. He still has his buff on. Alright, well, can't do much else. Ring out of options. Barely hurting him now. This ain't good. Which means I won't be able to bring up lower his rage level. I still can heal myself pretty well. Alright, here we go. Now I wanna... Oh my god. I must have just used my special attack. Don't even matter now. I'm gonna lose. Ah, I use that. That's gonna help. Good thing about these battles, even if you don't master it, you still get rewards for as much damage as you do, which I think I showed you already. So you don't feel like you wasted your time. That's what I like about this. Okay, that'll bring his rage down level by a little bit. Now I could see this green one. That means it's relying on this soul limit break gauge up here, which is not even half, so I'm not going to use it. Oh, same with this one too, actually, so I'm not going to use either of those right now if I can live that long. I do have dark attacks, but he's not spec to be a dark attacker. He's spec to be a wind attacker. So using this wouldn't hurt, I mean, but no, I'm going to keep it saved, I think. You know what? I'm not going to win anyway, so... that hurt. I'm going to just use... No, I'm going to save it. I'm past 50%, so maybe I get more rewards, I don't know. If I get a critical, I could have lowered his... This isn't going to do much damage because he's not spec for dark again, but it's better than absolutely nothing. You can spec your characters for elemental damage, so I'll show you that later. That hurt. Let's keep spamming whatever heals I can do while I have the soul break gauge full. It's not even half still. Come on, get a critical, jerk. I guess I'll have to spam one of these and hope I get a critical on it. What the hell? I'll use my Guardian Mog just to show you what it does. This is a special summon attack, which is just a neat thing to do, which I'm probably just gonna use a special attack right away, because if he dies, I don't think he can use it. Just do some... I hope he does over 10k damage. Yes, good. And roll it down by 1. That was purposeful. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than last time. Don't know how. I'm not going to master it. Don't have enough special attacks, that's all. Oh, God. Merciless! My limit break thing is... My chain's still okay. Ugh. Okay, that's my fire attack. He's not spec for fire, he's spec for dark. I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna use this chain soon. Again, Zanshin gives him a buff that does a lot more damage, but still not gonna be enough damage. I see, now he's phased to another thing. Ah, you nerfed me again, jerk. Yes, game certainly gives you stuff to try to achieve. I'm gonna use my chain anyway. Oh, I didn't actually take my limit break. I thought this one would take the limit break. Gauge, but didn't touch it. But just for the sake of it, because I'm running out of strategy here, I'm just gonna use it anyway. Oh, it's barely hurting him. Damn, didn't do anything to him. Running out of options here. Oh, I'm barely hurting him. I'm gonna die. This is where it's over. Oh, this is pitiful. Ugh, whatever. Don't matter now. I must have just stopped and let him kill me. Futile. He's dead in space. Again, I did a lot better than before. If anyone can master these or happens to watch this video someday, leave me a comment and tell me how the hell you did it. Given up yet. I'm still hurting him. But if I don't do enough damage, he's gonna eventually kill me in one hit. He'll one-hit me. I'm not doing enough damage right now, so... Actually, why did I take away my one soul break that would have given me a boost? I got rid of it. I'll show you what I mean later. Nothing I can do. I used up all my soul breaks. Except that one! Ah, what the hell? You can't make it any worse. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, he's paralyzed now. See, Ultra Soul Breaks you can use unlimited amount of times, but the more advanced ones you can only use once or twice, maybe. That's why Cloud can't use any more of his, because I only had advanced ones equipped here, and they've already been used. And if I use this, it buffs dark attacks, but I don't have any. Ah, what the hell? It's better than nothing. I'm waiting for him to finish me off. He's gonna kill me anytime now. Just put me on the misery. Not yet. Still going. I haven't used my bonus attack yet. Whoa! That really hurt. I haven't used a Mug one. Just heal me completely. Oh, no, actually, it won't heal me completely. I'm wrong. Why hasn't he finished me off yet? Yeah, I did a lot. Well, there's some going somehow. I don't know how he isn't uses one-hit kill attack. But see how long his battles last? And this is a free Android game. Alright, forget. Ah, figures. Now he's gonna be blinded again. Much he's gonna miss now. See, miss, because he's blinded. Except that attack won't miss for whatever reason. No set of attacks. Ah. If I had just a little more, a few more soul breaks and more levels up, I probably could have mastered this. You know what? I should freaking heal them. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Oop, no. Again, you just used that. Ah, you crap. I know everyone's affected. I'm screwed. Come on, just kill me already. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn off Wait, because I can't do anything to him now. Just let him finish me off. There he goes. Memory's End. This is where he finishes me off. She wasn't doing enough damage. He plays victory music even though I died. I still did alright. No experience, that's fine. Yeah, I actually got new stuff. So I did a hell of a lot better than I did before, which is great. So now I get a taste of what the battle system is like. Now I'm just going to go into all the minor details because for my own record, quote-unquote, record-keeping... Ah, see what I did there? I just want to record every aspect of this game, whether or not I have anything to say about it. Alright, so you got a taste of the battle system, what that's all about. Let's go on to the nitty-gritty stuff, the upgrade system and everything else. So here's your basic equipment, vault, I have so many friggin' things. My vault is maxed. My vault is almost maxed out too. This is my regular items. 850 out of 850. And once you max out your regular inventory, you get a vault to stash everything in. I don't know why they do it this way. But that's almost maxed out too. I have so many freaking items. Look, 1,000. I keep everything because I never use this vaulted stuff anymore. It's old and decrepit and useless stuff in the vault. Oops. So you get your regular relic draw items you get from here. Then you have your artifacts that you get from Labyrinth dungeons, which is the more powerful stuff. Which is a lot easier to get to, which I think kind of sucks, because the Labyrinth items are easier to get and they're way better than anything else in the game. But whereas all the regular stuff I spent 7 years trying to get took forever, and they're hard to get. So figure that out. But yeah, they go by stats. Like, see, the plus is an ultra. This item gave me an ultra attack for. Let's see. I think this is a Final Fantasy IX weapon, specifically for Zidane, and it gives him the ultra attack Gale Unbound, which ultra attacks are like medium type attacks, soul break attacks. Whereas this one here with the arrows, this is a soul what? Butterfly Edge, Final Fantasy IX again. What type of attack is this? Soul Break. I forget which kind it is, but this is a better attack. Pretty decent. Soul Break attack. And you move up to these ones are Soul Sink attacks, which are really good, but you can only use them once. Super good. This is one specifically for Freya, Final Fantasy IX. I guess they're all organizing Final Fantasy IX, aren't they? Yeah. Let's just sort this by rarity. Oh, these are special items. Yeah, I'll get onto all that later. But it just so happens that I have the best moves in team for Final Fantasy VII. This happened to play out that way. I got lucky with getting Final Fantasy VII based Soul Break attacks. Let's actually sort this by series. Final Fantasy VII. I think these ones are next step up. These are... What type of attacks are these? I forget the name of them. We'll look it up later. There's so many different types of Soul Break attacks now. There used to be like 3 types. Over the years, they slowly added more types. I forget which one this is called, but I'll look it up actually. Let's go look that up. What is that? You have to go here. The training area tells you what they are. Training halls, I think. Oh, no, it's not here. Oh, I still have some. This is something else entirely. Where is it where it tells you what each soul break is? The help section, I guess. There it is, soul breaks. Soul break gauge, chain, arcane, glints, awakening, soul sink, soul breaks, limit break gauge, limit break, overstrikes, limit break glints. There's so many different attacks. Arcane Dyads, oh my god. Before, when I very first played this game years ago, it was like 3 of them, I swear that was it. Now they have like overwhelmingly amount of stuff. If I even phrase that properly. Anyway, they have a training section for it somewhere. I just forget where it is. So, otherwise, this is all the items in the game. Abilities you can buy. You can craft abilities. You can achieve them from certain fights. Dependent, like the stars tell you how good the attack is. The higher the more amount of stars, the better at the attack. So if you go. Rarity. These are 7-star? Don't tell you. It's a hero ability, but I think it's like considered a 7 or 6-star attack. 6 are the second best. These ones are hero abilities you can only get by unlocking certain things. I'll get into later. these ones 6-star usually, or you can only get those from certain dungeon fights, or I'll get into that later. So many things. Record materias. You get these, yeah, I'll just have to go do one thing at a time so I don't confuse myself. Magicite. What's the best Magicite I have? I don't even think Orthros is the best one. I don't know why he's one of the top. I never used him ever. I think I just won him by chance from something. And I only recently got the 6-star Magicite recently, so I haven't used them that much. Upgrade items, upgrade your weapons, you name it, upgrade your levels. Upgrade your stats, everything. 14,000. You can tell how often I use these. Or even these. I haven't used these anymore. I have 800 of these? Oh yeah, this is, yeah. Shows how long I've been playing this game for. Labyrinth items, 293. Growth eggs. What do growth eggs do? Okay, they just level up your characters, and the highest level you can get is 99. So let's take someone who's a low level. Umero. I never used them ever, because I have no special attacks from it, I don't think. These are the only attacks I have for him. Useless bum. Let's level them up for fun. Because I only have 4,000 growth eggs. You can level them up normally by fighting with them, or you can just cheat the system and use growth eggs and max them out. Which, why wouldn't you do that? And you can watch us go up slowly, or just say break level cap. So level 50 out of 50, so you can break his level cap to level 65. And record materia, yay, useless. So now it's maximum to 65. Okay, use. Break his cap from 65 to 80. So the memory crystals are for. Whatever. Use growth egg. Max him up to 80. Max him up one more time to 99. That's the highest you can go. I'm surprised they didn't do like level 150, 1000 or something insane. They probably would have if the game kept going, but alas, it's going away. There, he's maxed out, level 99. So you think, oh, that's it, he's buffed out as much as he can, right? Not even close. What else can you do? Let's look at the other things. So besides growth eggs, there's break level cap, which I showed you already. Break level cap just means, you know, like I said, going from 50 to 65, 65 to 80, 80 to 99. And they're too low level because, yeah. Wardrobe, this is completely something separate. For fun, they sometimes release a different outfit for the characters. Like Cecil, for example, his default look is this, which is how he looks in Final Fantasy IV. And I guess he looks this way in Final Fantasy IV Part 2. I don't even know where the suit came from. I think it says somewhere. Like if I go... Where it says create a profile. And it's just his default stats. He's really good, pretty good fighter, really good in defense. Here you go. Explains his wardrobe. What the hell? He looks like he's a goth man. Before him, Cecil appeared and been fighting against the gods as a warrior of Cosmos. Alright. His appearance may change, his devotion to peace and win for is unwavering. Yeah, he doesn't look very happy. Well, from Dissidia, okay. I never played Dissidia Final Fantasy before. So these are all different outfits I've got collected over the years. I don't have them all either. Some of them are impossible to get. Now Tyro, he's actually like the main character in Final Fantasy Record Keeper. That's like I said, I'll show you the story stuff after. This is probably gonna be several hours long, this live stream. But and Tyro's actually one of the best characters. He's universal. He can use any piece of equipment in the game, any ability in the game, and he can use like so. Whereas every other character can only use certain types of abilities and stuff and equipment. So. Actually, no. Yeah, you can use any equipment. Almost all of his attacks too, except this Dual Awakening, which I wouldn't use anyway. I want to get this Arcane one, but I'd love to get that. But it's again sheer random luck to get these abilities. So. Why don't I have these? I can buy them. What did they even do? I don't even think I need them. Yeah, he's an attacker anyway. I don't make him an attacker. He's purely buffing. Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my favorite games. Might delete out of that. So again, these are just different costumes, whatever. Useless. He never wore this game. He never wore this suit in the game, so I don't know why his fleecy mog that's about. Different costumes for Cloud. Kingdom Hearts Cloud's my favorite one. We actually had to vote for this one. I did not like this one at all. Like what? This is from the Final Fantasy VII movie, and I don't know why you want to dress him up as Lady Cloud. No thanks. Basic Cloud. And Sephiroth, actually, there's a shirtless Sephiroth. I'm like, I like him better with this regular costume. Looks cooler that way. I don't remember her ever wearing this either. What is that from again? Oops, no. They'll show her in that red dress. Yeah, dress to impress. The outfit worn by Earth when she inflates Dawn. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I want to see what she wore that. Oh, another Dissidia thing. Well, she looks significantly better here than she does here. I don't want to use this weird cartoon version. I'm gonna try this Dissidia someday. If it's any good, I don't know. Alright, anyway, that's the costumes. Record spheres, and this is another way of leveling up your characters. After you level them to 99, you can now focus on the record spheres. So let's go ahead and look at Numero, and since I've just leveled up to 99. Alright, Numero, you have nothing leveled up. So let's look at one. So all these things do is like +1 defense. Very trivial stuff, but if you level all of these up, it just adds that much extra buff to them, and you want to buff these guys as much as you can. Even if you max them out, it's still friggin' difficult. So let's just unlock them all. Even though Numero's still completely useless right now. Oh, only 15,000. I don't think I have enough. This is all the stuff I gave him. Looks like a lot, but it's nothing. There's so many ways of leveling up your characters, it's insane. Alright, then same thing, same idea, just add defense, add more buffs to them. Gives you a, Legend Sphere, what are these called again? I forget the terminology. I've only been playing it 7 years, come on. Unlock them all. There's also special abilities. He's a monk? He has monk abilities? I guess so. Oh, I got a special Life Bane. Life Bane sucks. I've never used it once in my life. I don't know why it's even in the game. What does it do? Can't see right here. I'll look at that later. Yeah, use 6-star monk abilities. Yeah, it's kind of a must. Learn all. Oh, now I got Life Bane. Sorry, but it sucks anyway. Now, I don't want to waste any... This is a highest tier buffing you can do, which I'm not going to waste any points on this for Numero, because he sucks. But they haven't done anything to exceed that sort of leveling yet. So Record Spheres... it's hard to explain. Another way of buffing your characters is Crystal Water, which you get through playing story mode. So, it's any other ways too. So let's pick Numero as an example. Basically, if you use everything, which I'm going to do, because I have so many of them, it gives them plus 30 to Spirit, no Magic, Defense, Power, Life, which helps a little bit. So I've almost maxed this guy as much as I can in terms of leveling him up and buffing him, but even you think he's super tough, he's still not. And Magia Crystals you can only do as you progressively level them up legitly. Oh, I actually have 21 to spend for Cloud, I'll use them. Wind's already maxed out. Defense and attack are maxed out. I'll just use all this here. This is resistance to defense against magic. Yeah, I'm going to explaining all this, but I'm too tired to explain all this. It's just, again, another way of buffing up your character. Poison attacks, dark attacks, but since he specializes in wind and dark, there's no reason to do these other ones, except for defensive purposes. This purely buffs his attack and defense, which is maxed out. Resistance and magic attacks. Inspect him for dark. He's maxed out too now. There you go. Yeah, you get the idea for that. Valera, jeez. I haven't been here in a while. I haven't leveled up any of these guys. She specializes in lightning, but she's not really an attack person anyway. I'll do these later. No point in really doing them at all anymore because the game's going away, but... Where's S level? There you go. Or KO, I just call him KO because it's a character from my story that I'm writing. His real name's Tyro, and he's my best one. I think I maxed him out entirely. Oh no, I haven't maxed him out entirely, sorry, I can't get these ones because you have to beat those insanely difficult dungeons to get. Which I'll never be able to do, unfortunately. I was hoping one day I might be able to, but... He's maxed out otherwise. This is how you get your special hero abilities. Is through this record sphere. Who else could I beef up a little bit? Let's see, Gilgamesh. Yeah, why not? Oh, I can use a special attack. Why not? And usually I would really think if I want to bother upgrading him this much, because he's a... See how many record sphere it uses? It's like 86, 81, but the green ones I use the most, that's why I have barely any. So it's like, if I use 91, it's going to take a while for me to get them back. But, since the game's going away in 2 months, who cares? Now Gilgamesh is maxed out. Deathclaw. Samurai ability, I guess. Now he's up there with the elites. Oh, he's up. Wow, he's really high. He's higher than everybody else almost. Damn. This section is buffing your characters. Down here is equipment stuff. Oh, my equipment's already upgraded to the max. Whatever I got. It used to be once upon a time that it was hard to upgrade everything, and I always ran out of material to do it. But I have so much stuff that I don't have to worry. Like 1,000 of these. Like these are the materials you have to use to upgrade weapons, but since I have like so many, everything I own is maxed out. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. You can augment them further. I just keep forgetting you can do that. So you use Rosetta Stones to augment them further. Now let's augment something. It doesn't even really matter. Because I don't even use these weapons anymore. I use the friggin' labyrinth weapons. Let's do something. So you can see a little character means they're equipped with the item right now. So let's take something somebody's using. Let's say Final Fantasy V items. I don't know. Okay, let's take her weapon. Let's just for the heck of it, let's augment it all the way. Why not? Which means it gives plus 40 bonus to... what ability? I forget. We'll find out. To mind. And you need mind to be better at healing. And I think for holy attacks. I don't know. So now that staff is that much better. Yeah, I can... and hero artifacts. So yeah, these are artifact weapons. These are... actually the best weapons in the game, actually, but better than the ones you get from Labyrinth dungeons, I think. Sort of. Depends. They use rainbow crystals, so I don't want to waste them all on these. Artifact weapons you get by artifact stones or whatever. And I don't have them all, but I don't really use them anymore. So... you know what? I'm gonna max hers out. What the hell? Oh, no, wait. Oh, only 34? Oh, what the hell? Never maxed out one of these before. Combine equipment. Okay, so combining equipment is if, for example, say you get another one of these swords by accident, like for the relic draw, I get 2 of these. You can combine them, make it even stronger, and like up the star level to make it even better than it is, so it's not a complete waste if you got 2 of these by accident. Reforge, I seldom do. Reforges if you get a kind of a crappy item. If you combine it twice, you can reforge it, make it even stronger, but there's nothing I can show you as an example. Rainbow crystals are used for upgrading artifacts, whether it be labyrinth artifacts or regular ones. And if you had a low amount of supply, you can sacrifice any of your regular weapons to increase it. But and you think I have 850 things, I should be sacrificing all the stuff I'm not using, but I'm a hoarder. I keep everything. Hero artifacts, upgrade them, whether it be... yeah, these are the Labyrinth dungeon ones. Upgrade who's for fun. Maxed out everybody already? 99. Ah, here we go. This is what I wanted to do with it. Alright, I'll just do... No, Zidane's not in my party anymore. These 6. What the hell, VV? I don't really care much about you, but I'll upgrade you up into the max. See, there's so much stuff to this game. I even get tired of explaining it. You just have to play it to figure it out. It'll slowly come to you. The more long you... Well, I think... No point playing it now, but I mean... It's one of those things you play long enough, you figure it out. Soul Break honing. Can I Soul Break hone anything? No, I don't have any upgrade material. But certain Soul Breaks you can upgrade. So periodically I'll check in and do that. Creating abilities. I don't need to create any abilities because I have every single one. Almost every single one. Some of them I don't have. Like some of the 6-star ones I don't really care about. Because I'm never going to use them. Like a lot of the summon ones. Don't have all of them. Don't care. I almost have every single attack in the game. Let's make one for fun, though. Actually, I don't need to make any. I have them all. But when you first start the game, you don't have any abilities. So imagine how much time it would take you to get all that I have. Forever. And on top of that, you can hone your abilities. Honing means how many times you can use it per fight. The max you can do is 10 uses. So let's just upgrade one. Who do I use a lot? It doesn't matter, I use hers. Yeah, more than enough material to do it. Once upon a time, I was always scarce. Now it's maxed out. Shatter abilities. If you have useless abilities you don't use anymore, you can shatter them and you can get more material back to make other items. But don't need to worry about that. Orb exchange. Again, if you don't have enough orbs or something, you can exchange them. But I have more than a need for anything. 1,000. I didn't even realize I had that many. Magicite. I have almost all of them. But you can buff them and level them up past 99 if I wanted to. Let's just level this guy up. What the hell? There's 7 years worth of playing right here. Break the level cap. Do I have another? No, I can't break the level cap. Basically, to break level cap, you have to have 2 of these 65 ones to go down to 99, I think. I forget. I have 2 level 99s of those already. Ah. Magicite Inheritance. This is where you buff them. So I can merge 2 of these together to make him even stronger, but we don't want to waste it. I don't need to do that. I get into the whole detail of this, but I'm tired of talking. They just make battle easier. So I pretty much have all the Magicite in the game almost, so... Bonuses you get if you use it, I think. Though I never noticed any of these bonuses in the game. They also attack too, so... periodically through the fight. Like, I don't get what this really means. Like, I don't think it gives your characters this buff, but I don't know. In the really tough fights where you think it would matter, you don't notice it. Mysteria Crystal upgrades. I should upgrade one of these. What the heck? Which one? Which one's not level 80 yet? Final Fantasy VII was our best one. That's what the tails are for. So when is that level 80 yet? Hey, Jesse. Hey, someone's actually here. I assumed everyone left because this is probably the most boring stream ever. But again, the main reason I'm doing this stream is just for, no pun intended, record-keeping purposes. When this game goes away, I just like to be able to have a record of this game for memory's sake. This is ironic. This game's all about preserving memory and record-keeping, and it's going away forever. Ironic, in a way. They're all level 80. Okay, let's make one level 99 then. Final Fantasy X. Oh, 174, no! One of the things I don't have tons of items of, so we'll do 65. Oh! I mean, it shouldn't really matter again. It's not hard to collect all these. Oh! Oh! Use everything! Oh, well, who cares? This game's going away. Wow, I'm using everything, guys. There it goes. It's going bye-bye. Just to upgrade it. Which means now I get that much bonus stats if I use this crystal during a Final Fantasy X realm dungeon, which I can show you after. Oh, I can break the cap, I forgot. Make it better. I can go up to level 99, but as you can tell, I don't have enough material to do that, so we'll leave these alone for now. Alright, so that's in a nutshell. I'm gonna go back to Record Spheres and just look at what I have for these. No, I looked at him already. Onion Knight, surprisingly, is really good, but I haven't had to use him in a while. I used to use him all the time. But they changed the system around and he kind of nerfed him and he's not as good anymore, unless you're doing a Final Fantasy III specific dungeon. Like, he has a lot more skills and stats than any other character. And I would max him out further, but the problem is, well, again, you need to do super elite dungeon 500 difficulties and higher to get this stuff, which I can never do. It's impossible. I don't know how anyone does it. So my favorite characters in the game, I have to say, are Cloud, Sephiroth, in this game because they're my best characters, Ilera, and, well, Tyro. Let's call him KO. You can call him whatever you want. Ilera is part of the story mode. Her and Tyro pretty much can use any ability in the game almost. That's why they're so good. Any ability. Whereas these characters can usually only specific abilities. And they're good in any realm. Oh, well, no, they're not good in any realm, really. You'll see. Alright, so let's go back to the home screen, because I've only been this whole time spending on upgrades of inventory. And what can you do in this game besides the dungeons I showed you? Let's go to the basics. Realm dungeons. This is when I very first bought this game in 2015. Not bought a game, sorry. Played this game. Oh, there's actually dungeons I haven't done. Huh. Well, let's do them. There's different ways of looking at the realm dungeons. You can look at it through this way. I don't know why they have different ways of looking at it. Maybe it's easier to break down what dungeons you haven't done yet. This way they break it down so you can do it in order. Whereas going through this method means you have to manually navigate and find them, which dungeons you haven't done. So basically, let's go through historical battles in each Final Fantasy series and relive those battles. That's what it's supposed to be doing. So Final Fantasy 1 all the way through... almost all of the Final Fantasy games. 3, 4. I need to read them out. The after years. I still haven't played the after years yet. 5. I haven't played Dirge of Cerberus either. That was a long time ago, that one. Crisis Core. Never played it. 8. Ugh. Let's go back to my quick rating how I feel about each Final Fantasy game. Not in keeping standards, but in the games by themselves. Final Fantasy 1, great game, classic. Started the whole series, awesome game, fun. I play it once a year. 2 and 3 never came out in North America, and now that they are here, I could care less to play them. I did play the remastered the remastered versions, and they're fun. But again, since I played them after their debuts many years later, decades later, I never really cared much for them. 2 and 3, they're fun though. The remastered versions are. The original NES versions, I can't get through them. 4, my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. Only because it had the biggest impact on me as a kid. It was the first RPG I ever played that actually had a meaningful character building and meant a great deal to me. 4 After Years came out only maybe a few years ago, really. Never got into it. I heard it was crap. It's just a rehash of 4, which is disappointing, I heard, so I'm not going to ever play it. I don't want destroying my memories of the original Final Fantasy 4. 5, again, never released in North America in its original debut. I played it decades later. It's fun. It's a fun game, but the story sucks. I'm sorry, it does. It just sucks. It's rushed. It's not at all like Final Fantasy 4 or 6. No wonder it wasn't released in North America. It's not as good. The job system is introduced here, which is great. No, the job system's introduced in part 3, I think. Sorry. But they continue it here and they do better. It's really neat, but story sucks. 6, classic, great game, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games of all time. Goes without saying. 7, even better. Second favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. Never played it. Heard it was okay. Never played it. Heard it was okay. This is the first Final Fantasy game where I felt let down. I mean, in terms of coming in North America. I did not like this game. I did play it decades later on Steam. Cheating, of course, because the combat system is so awful. You have to cheat to enjoy it. And even then, the story kind of sucks. The romance feels forced. I'm not a fan. It's okay. It's playable. It grows on you. Disappointing. I found the game to be too difficult as a kid. Teenager, I should say. It's okay. I do like it, actually. I like the music from this game a lot. It's alright, but the characters are too cartoony. I didn't really like that. I thought it kind of took away from the game. 10, I really actually enjoyed the combat system and that underwater soccer game, whatever it was called. I love playing that. But the characters were so dumb. Meg Ryan character, the main character, whatever his name is, idiot. I did not like him at all. Yuna I liked, but it was alright. Not ever going to play this. I heard nothing good about it. 11, never could play. Was online only in its debut. I don't know if it's still around anymore. Unfortunately, never had a chance to play it. 12, great. Actually, I like this game. It's completely different from its predecessors. The combat system is completely different. But I actually liked it. On Steam, get the remastered version. I thoroughly enjoyed it in comparison to 13, which is garbage. This game was fun. I enjoyed it. Garbage linear game. Music and visuals are fantastic, but it's garbage otherwise. Sorry to say, garbage, garbage, garbage. Visuals and music, great. Otherwise, story stupid as hell. Gameplay stupid as hell. Sorry. I own it, haven't played it. Haven't played it, I would like to. I heard it was okay. I think this is the online one, right? Want to play it, haven't bothered. Heard it was gotten better. Awesome, amazing game. My favorite tactics type strategy game of all time. If you haven't played this, get it. Get the original. The remastered versions are cool and have bonus stuff to it. But get the original for PlayStation 1. It is the best. The dialogue is better in the remastered versions. It's more true to its era of, its sort of era it's in. But I still like the original better. It's just more better memories, I guess. But if you do play the original, then get the remastered version because it has a lot of nice bonus features in it. Never played it? I don't know. I think it's for like the handheld Sony thing. I would like to play it. I think it's on Steam now too. And we're back at the beginning. There are more Final Fantasy games out there. They're just not in here, I guess. So let's do a dungeon I haven't done yet. The ones in red. Alright. I'm going to be able to slaughter these. It'll be easy for me. Let's go ones I haven't mastered. Okay, here we go. Difficulty 99. No problem. So he was living a famous battle from the game, apparently, but I've never played X2, so I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Useless rewards for me, because I'm already maxed everything out. Okay, half a boss? Is it, I guess, one of the bosses in the game? I'm not going to bother reading what you need to do to beat him, because I'm going to slaughter him anyway. But you want to watch, sometimes it gives you conditions to get 5 stars. There's no conditions here, so... Now, since it's a realm dungeon, it's Final Fantasy X realm, you want to pick a Final Fantasy X party because it gets buff stats if you do that. So let's see, where's my Final Fantasy X party? Here, you can tell. See the blue aura around them? That means they get buffs if you pick them. So, assemble. These are my best characters. I could pick other different Final Fantasy X characters. Let's see. But, you know, these are my best 5 guys from the realm. Braska, actually, I think I've gotten a lot of good stuff for. Yeah, I get better soul sinks for, or soul breaks. But these guys are my best. Kamarmi was in my team at one point, but but he's not so good, I guess. Let's show you my... Because I unlocked his special abilities. Over 10,000 HP. I get pretty good soul breaks for him. So what's materia do? This buffs him out. So begin battle, temporarily infuse power of water, which is great. So if you're ever doing an elemental type battle, and water is their weakness, Titus is one of my go-to characters for that. Moderate chance for offensive water ability to trigger twice. What other ones? I have other ones. One other one. But increase water damage a small amount. Useless. You want one that says a large amount. Small amount stuff is useless. And what else? What's this? Deal much more water damage. Much more, yes. I could do elemental. See, it tells you under effect small. Obviously is the worst. Moderate's next step up. And large is the best. So this is my large water attack. These are all like water people, actually. No, he's fire. Uses samurai abilities. Yuna's my healer. She can actually use it. She's offensive too, but summoning wise. But I never use her as offensive wise. She's my healer, and her healing soul breaks suck. I don't have any good ones, unfortunately. This Final Fantasy X team is not that great. It's good enough. Do I have no better rod than that? Let's see. No, it's my best one. It's an order of... Okay, for healers, you want to sort your items by mind. The better the mind, the more healing you'll do. So, it's sorted by mind. I'm already using the best mind staff item I have. The reason it's highlighted in blue means it's specialized for Final Fantasy X. And they get a buff if you use a Final Fantasy X equipment. And a Final Fantasy X battle. So I'm using the best one. Same with him. So I have a better attack. Sort by attack. Oh, this is better attack, but the reason I don't want to use this is because the official ball, as I'm using right now, is a ranged weapon. And I want to use the ranged weapon so I can keep him in the back row. So you can sort by formation. Front row, back row. Front row means you normally would do better physical damage if you had a melee weapon. But since I have a ranged weapon, I can keep him in the back row. So he gets better defense and takes less physical damage. So that's why I kept the ranged weapon on him. Whereas if I put him in the back, he'll do less damage because he's using a melee sword, and you want to keep him in the front. And Yunez doesn't attack anyway, so keep her in the back. I could have put a melee weapon on her, I think. I just don't want to. I only have one. Yeah, I guess I could get another one, but she's doing better with a fist weapon. She can only use fist weapons. You can use ranged weapons and swords, staffs. Freaking Waka is useless. The only reason I have him on my team is because he's my soul gauge buffer. Like I said before, you have to have in each of your party, the best party you can have is one person does soul break buffering, healing, 2 attackers, and 1 chain person, whoever your chain person is. Who's my chain person here? Oh yeah, Riku is my chain person. Basically, when she activates a chain, everyone's buffed attack is buffed up. So you want to have a chain person in your team. Whether it be elemental chain or a realm chain. In this case, since I'm doing a realm battle, I want a realm chain. Whew! Yeah, this game is visually dull, but it's a free Android game with lots to do. That's why I like it. Excuse me. Alright, so... So enough talking, let's get into the fight. And they give you a bonus ability, which I don't need, so I'll just pick Ramza's Shout, whatever. I'm overpowered. There's been no effort to this fight. King in a fight, whatever Heart of the Far Plane is. Never seen this boss before. I'm surprised there's dungeons I haven't done. Alright, let's slaughter this guy. Alright, so let's just finish him off here. Let's just do... Historia Crystal. It should kill him off in one hit watch. Yeah. Oh, that's just 2 of them. I guess I blew up 1 horn. Oh, I don't have a... Oh yeah, the other thing you want to make sure your healer is to have, which for some reason this healer doesn't have, is an ability to give you haste. Because you want to have haste activated right away, because if you're doing a really tough fight. But she doesn't have a haste ability. I think if I use this, it'll activate haste. This usually is used for healing, but I don't have to worry about healing. Nope. No, it didn't give me haste. I wasted it. Whatever. I'm not going to lose anyway. This should give me haste, I hope. The chain. I don't need to use a chain at all. There. Give me haste. Which I would normally want if I'm doing a super tough battle. I guess I could use my Ramza ability too. That gives you haste. We'll just finish this dude off. Is that it? Or is he... Oh, he's still alive. Let's now really finish him off. Do we need to heal or debuff? I always have Dispel and Heal. Most used abilities. Don't need to have anything else. Unless... I don't know. That round's ability buffs my attack and my haste, but I don't need to buff anything. That guy's still alive. Oh. He's going twice in a row. There you go. Now he's dead. Now he's saying it's visually dull, but only because it's made like that on purpose. It's supposed to be the Final Fantasy VI era of combat system. For old people like me. Hey, actually leveled up. So I normally skip all this stuff, but I'm showing it full because whatever. Like, look at this. Like, that's why I didn't like it. Like, why is she dressed like a hoe? Why is she in a bikini all the time? Because it's a game for men, that's why. Or game for boys, I don't know. See, now I've done all the regular dungeons, the elite version of the same thing, which means it's the same battles, but a little bit harder. So let's do the elite version of the battle I just did, which is difficulty 220 now. Still not a problem for me. But now there'll be conditions, I think. I have to make sure, what's the conditions? See, his conditions now. Lower is enemy's magic, lower is defense. If you don't do these conditions, you won't get a 5-star rating, and you won't get all the rewards you could get. See, master reward. To get a master reward, you have to do 5-star. And if you don't meet all the conditions, you won't get a 5-star rating. So, this is easy enough to do. Lower stats is easy. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, lead the party the way it is. Now, these special abilities, one of them is Irvine. What does his special ability do? It temporarily lowers all this stuff, which is what you want to do to meet the conditions. So let's pick them. I have to put a little more effort to this fight, but not really. 220 is still easy. Yes, yes. We'll just actually have him do it. Doesn't matter who. I don't think it matters what attack you use it on. I hope it doesn't. I hate when I forget about the conditions and don't meet them. I have to do this battle again for no reason. And I don't know, one of her abilities doesn't... I thought one of them actually cast haste. Oh, never, she's going to use haste anyway. I'll have her do this. Again, this chain boosts, so now everyone on the team has buff stats and attack and everything. I might as well use that. This buffs me a little bit more. I mean, there's so much to explain, it's hard for me to explain everything. Well, if you're wondering how I'm playing this, I figure people know I'm using an Android emulator called BlueStacks. It's pretty good. Especially the newest BlueStacks is a lot faster now. These are both fire abilities. Use that one. Lowered his water resistance, so that helps me a little bit. Not that I need it. I'm going to skip her turn because she doesn't need to heal. Go again. Oh, I brought them back to life. Whatever. I hope they don't waste their attack on him now. See, the reason I'm doing 19,000 damage now is because of that one Soul Sink attack I used. It gives you like normally you can only do 9,999 damage, but if you use like this thing here, the red circles, it gives you a boost that your attack does a lot more damage than usual. You can break the limit cap or the whatever they call it. Nope, okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, I guess yours didn't do that, but everyone else's does. Almost dead. Yeah, he's dead. Again. So that's what Realm Dungeons is all about, just reliving famous historical battles. Don't need to do any more right now, I'll do them later. In a Final Fantasy VI format, I guess I should say, battle format. Alright, so that's done. It's Final Fantasy XII. Or 13. Yes, it's 12. Can't count. Which one? Which battle is out here now? I didn't even check. Sky Bahamut again? Bahamut? I don't know how you pronounce his name. I don't think anyone ever says it in the game. What the heck, I'm just doing battle to show my Final Fantasy XII team. Why not? An excuse to show it to you. Because I have a team for every realm. They're really good. My weakest team is probably Final Fantasy II. They seldom ever do special dungeons for them to level them up further. You know, they barely do Final Fantasy II stuff or Final Fantasy XI. They barely have special events for them. So these are my best characters. Ash is my absolute best character in this team, for sure. She's all lightning. Lightning this, lightning that. So if you ever fight a monster that's lightning heals them, she's absolutely useless. Balthier, he's all fire. He's also my chain guy. And Larsa, is he my healer? Yeah, he's my healer, believe it or not. I don't even want Larsa on my team, but he's the best healer I have. Fran is my... She sucks, but she's my soul break person. No, oops, no, I'm gonna go... Again, there are other Final Fantasy XII. All of the characters. In bonus ones, like you can use Gabaranth and Vayne, but I use them... In my Dark team, I use Vayne. I haven't shown you half this game yet. There's no conditions for the week. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure there's no conditions. Vayne. Alright, Vayne, I'm gonna slaughter you. I don't think I need as much effort into attacking you. Dead already? Yeah, he's dead. That was easy. A little too easy. There's no victory music? I'm just gonna skip this. Oh, weird, no victory music. The game's mad at me, like, it was too easy for you. You don't get the victory music. Why would he fight against, like, a whole party of people by himself when they all have magic and special abilities? What an idiot. No wonder bad guys always lose. I'll take you on all by myself. I'll do that later. Let's go show you. Besides, now I have an idea how dungeons work. That's when the game very first came out, that's all there was. That and these power-up dungeons, which are just for buffing stats and getting more... Oh, here's a training section. For getting more... upgrade crystals and stuff. Like, basically, if I were to go to this one, the Maze of Dark Divinity, all it does is give you bonus dark crystals to upgrade dark magic. That's all this is, and it's nothing really to show you. You just fight regular enemies. It's just... It kills time, that's all it is. Just regular fights, nothing special. And all you get as a reward is bonus crystals. Which I don't need because I have so many of them. Summoning crystals, non-elemental, money, because there actually is in-game currency that I have an unlimited amount of, so experience eggs. That's all this section is for, and there's a training section I forgot about here. To teach you how to use soul breaks and how they work and everything. Yeah, master them all. So let's do one of the trainings just for fun. Arcane Dyads. It tells you how they work. So basically, if anyone's a nub to this game, we go through all this to teach you how to play the game, which is still overwhelming. Arcane Dyads are one of the best soul breaks in the game. Oh, did I use Final Fantasy VII? No. So there's no special realm stat bonuses for this. Just pick any party you want. And Tifa's special abilities is in a demo example. Fight Cloud himself, oh boy! I already know how they work, but whatever. Yep. So none of these people are Earth, because Tifa's bonus here is for Earth attacks. No one here is Earth, so I'll just make this dude use it. Now I'm buffed out for Earth attacks, which I don't have. Probably should have used it for Final Fantasy 17. I'll just make him, So now that I use it once, if I use it again later... If I use it again now, he does special arcane attack and slaughter him. Barely hurts him at all. I'm not spec'd out to do earth attacks, that's why. Should have done a lot more damage than that. And now slaughter him. Almost dead. It's a regular attack. Let's finish him off. Cloud doesn't seem to mind, I just beat the hell out of him. Because I get nothing because I've already beaten it. So yeah, there was a lot of training material, but again, when I first started playing this game 7 years ago, there was none of this stuff. Nothing. There was very, very minuscule stuff you could do, so it's amazing how far it's come. Record dungeons are the story mode for Final Fantasy Record Keeper specifically. Which the story's okay. I don't mind it. They hint at like a love thing between this dude and Tyro and Ilera, but it doesn't really get that far. Basically, there's like an alter ego version of himself that's from the future, which I thought was kind of cool. To show you the whole story would take forever. I'm sure someone on YouTube has it. Let's just do one of these example here. Each area progresses the story further. It's a pretty good story. I just feel like they rush it. They don't spend enough time on it. So this progresses the main storyline, and the story is that you go through each Final Fantasy game, reliving their experiences with them while progressing your own story at the same time. Shadowsmith, that's it. So Shadowsmith is Tyro from the future. You find out way later. And Shadowsmith has become evil because Ilera dies in his future. And Ilera is a girl he's really close to and fond of. So when she dies in the future, he goes mental and becomes super jerk man and becomes like the main villain. Your adult self. So I think he eventually comes back to this time to try and make sure she doesn't die. But he's still evil at the same time. It's hard to explain it to watch the whole story. It's interesting, but I feel they could have done it better. That's all. It's really cool to think, yeah, your future self comes back. He's all traumatized and angry because his girlfriend died. He can't handle the loss of her, so he goes mental. And in these ones, it's a lot harder because they nerf you. You don't have your buffs and stats from the regular realms. It's completely different in this area. The leveling system is completely different. You can't pick your own equipment. You're forced to use whatever they give you. So it's a lot more difficult to play these dungeons. I'll just give you an example of what to expect. Dr. Mog. Biggs and Wedge, of course, are in this. Different variations. Like in each Final Fantasy game, there's a different Big and Wedge. Biggs and Wedge are different in every Final Fantasy game, so they're in this one too. Biggs and Wedge actually work for Shadowsmith, but since he disappeared at some point in the game, they've been working for you now, or helping you out. And when they find out he's evil, they still stay on your side. But he wasn't always evil, is what they say. That's why they don't want to kill him. They want to just try and bring him back and make him good again. I forget who Uller and Jord are. Special Director is Shadowsmith. The thing is, even though you find out he's your Tyro from the future, they don't really say too much about it, which I thought was weird. I'm like, wouldn't they make that a big deal? Like, what? Or he's from an alternate reality. I don't really know. I forget. Someone else, some pro would have to tell me how that really works. I don't like the artwork on Tyro sometimes. It looks like a weird sometimes. Actually, you find a layer when doing some of the other random dungeons. Like, the story is kind of hard to follow. Because the story doesn't completely start in the record dungeons. They also happen through other battles in the game. So you have to find... I'm not sure if anyone on YouTube has the story in the proper order. I never bothered to check. It's an okay story. It's not bad. It's just, I feel they could have done a better job. But it's a free Android game. What do you expect? It's good for what it is. I just like to see the relationship develop further. They don't focus enough on it, and now the game's going away, so I'll never know how the story really ends. So what's happening is that you jump into Final Fantasy XII realm because there's these evil beings that are trying to corrupt all the Final Fantasy timelines. So you go into these paintings to this time period and try and stop the corruption so time doesn't get altered. If that makes any sense. And I actually quit soon. I've been playing this for several hours now. So this is what really happens in Final Fantasy XII, more or less. So just reliving that moment in the game. And now you come to alter time or try and preserve time. But they talk to you as if you're supposed to be there, which is weird. I think it's kind of neat how they redid this in a Final Fantasy VI feel. Also, I got to see a lot of other Final Fantasy games I never played before, like Zero and Dirge of Cerberus. So it's like, oh, I got an idea of what the game's about now, you know? It's kind of neat. Actually, I don't think they do Dirge of Cerberus in the record dungeons, but story mode, I mean. I guess it's a good way of advertising their other games. makes you want to buy them and play them, right? Hey, Byron! Thanks for coming. And this is not a very exciting live stream, but I'm just playing this game because it's great. The game's going away soon forever, so I just want to record the footage from it. So one day when I'm like 80, I'm like, I remember this game, teeth falling out, and I can be like, I used to play this game all the time until it disappeared off the face of the earth. Because the game's being retired in September, so being retired as in never gonna be able to play it again, going away forever. Sucks. Unless they change that. I mean, people are trying to keep it alive, but I don't have any hopes for that. Robin Nostra. Bad guys are bad. So these are actual events from Final Fantasy XII, but in a weird Final Fantasy VI format. So your characters from the main story help out in these battles, I guess. Okay. Oh, Bosch, right. In Final Fantasy XII, Bosch, I guess they're hunting him. I'm not going to get into that, though. Eventually, once the talking is all done, I get to actual fighting battle mode thing, but it's just a story mode, so this is expected. Just take him in for no reason. Oh no, there's a reason. I think that he recognizes him. That's why. I never liked Lamont anyway. Oh no, Larsa, that's his name, sorry, not Lamont. His real name's Larsa. I never liked him in Final Fantasy XII much anyway. He was alright, just... Oh yeah, I forgot this whole Final Fantasy XII took place in Ivalice, which was Final Fantasy Tactics planet. Or area, or realm, whatever. Same planet, I guess. Just different time period. Finally, now we go to like the very, very basic sort of thing. All you do is click and point and you just do a battle or something. She's his girlfriend. Hey, Evil Ted, thanks for coming. I'm actually going to be quitting soon. I might stream this again some more tomorrow because I still haven't covered the entire game. Where do I have to go? Way over here? It's weird. Would you say I felt the same with GTA Online and 360? Play online a bunch of a few months ago. They shut it down on servers. Yeah, I know. I guess all games have to end at some point. I don't know. Just they update this game every freaking day, if not every other day. So I figured it was not going anywhere. And something like, nope, we're shutting it down. Oh, these are basic attacks. So this is not like the other thing that I can't super. Oh, and the game crashed. Look at that. Well, eventually would have led to a boss. This is an Android emulator, so it's not perfect. I wonder if I can resume it. Normally it's to resume, but I guess whatever. I've already beaten them all. Oh, preludes, but... it's alright. Well, you get the idea. Like, I actually could just skip ahead. Might as well just finish it off, just to give you an idea how that ended. Enter! Go! Skip, which is good if you don't want to watch it all again. Skip! Make me do this again for no reason. I can't skip this part for some reason. Maybe here now I can. Skip! Do this part again, even though I already beat these guys, I gotta beat them again. See, some dungeons are really basic and not much to it, not even a boss, and it's easy. Where some of the other dungeons in here are so freaking impossible, it took me like 6 tries to get it done. So it's hit and miss with the difficulties in these story mode. When these story mode, like, back when this was new, they released story mode episodes, like, I don't know, randomly, maybe once a week, once a month. They wouldn't always release them. But now they're all out. I'm not sure if they're going to ever increase. I don't think they're going to take the story any further. Like, they were periodically coming with, like, new episodes. Oh, that was it. That's why... Yeah, so each one progresses the story. To the point where I had beaten the whole thing, I thought was the whole story finished. See, complete. I even mastered this one. Because the one last fight is way too hard for me to master. And the ending pretty much is you confront your future self and you beat him to a pulp and prove that you're not going to have the same future as your evil self, which is this guy. And that you're better than him. You're not going to end up evil even if your girlfriend were to die. Or you're going to make sure she never dies. But yeah, you can still play it, watch the story mode yourself, I guess, or go on YouTube and see it all if you wanted. That's a pretty interesting story. Other than that, oh boy, what happened? So much other things I haven't covered, but that's all I'm going to do for today because I've been streaming for hours. But I do want to stream the rest of it just again for my own record-keeping purposes, so let me just switch back here. Oh, there's so much to this game. It's crazy. Where is... So I'm actually going to pause this. Webcam. Alright, and let me turn this off so you can hear that in the background. There. Alright, well that was part 1, I guess, of me playing this game before it goes bye-bye in September, forever. And I thought for a free Android game, it's really detailed, lots to do, it was really fun, and again, they were updating it like every other day. And that's why I kept playing it. It's like my go-to game to kill time. Like, I'd play... You could do a little bit every day, and you were done with it. Like, maybe 5 minutes a day, sometimes an hour a day. There was always something to do every single day, so I always kept coming back. For 7 years, I kept playing it. I might have gone on a 1-year hiatus at some point, but I've been playing it every day since. And to see it canceled now in September, it just bums me out. So that's why I was showing so much of it, because... after September, you won't be able to play it anymore. It'll just be gone, erased from the history books, almost. It's not like other games, when they discontinue them, you can still play them on Steam, you know, for example, or download them somewhere and play them offline. This game won't even be available offline. They'll just be gone. So it's like you won't be able to play it, period, after September. So that's why I'm recording it, so when I'm 80 and hallucinating and think did I play this game? Oh, it looks like I actually did. So... But, yeah, so my actual, for real live stream this month I haven't scheduled yet. I don't know what I'm playing yet. Maybe some more Spectacle, but probably not. Otherwise, Worst Game episode, still on schedule. The month just started. It's going to be part 3 of Shadow of the Beast part 2, and it's going to finish it off. I was hoping to do it last video, but I just ran out of time. Too much stuff happening in my life that I just ran out of time. So, alright, thanks for coming, guys. Oh wait, what'd you say, Evil Ted? I wish when these sorts of server-reliant games get taken down, they at least offer local tools or a basic version. Yeah, an offline version, right? That's what everyone on Reddit's asking for. Give us an offline version. Why are you completely erasing it from history? Give us an offline version. It won't be updated anymore, but at least I can still keep playing until I beat the game. You know what I mean? There's still things in the game I haven't done after 7 years of playing, because it's just too damn hard. But I'd like to someday, And now I'll never know because they're taking it away. But maybe there's, who knows, there's still a couple months left. Maybe Square Enix will come around and be like, alright, I'll give you an offline version. Maybe. We're praying for it. There's a petition out there to keep the game alive entirely, and I signed it, but I doubt it's going to do anything. Not to be pessimistic, but when Flash was discontinued, I managed to save the Flash files on some of my favorite Flash games, so I can still play them. I don't know if you can back up. Is there a way to back up Android apps to play them even though they're not in the store anymore? If there is, Evil Ted, when I go offline, leave a comment on the actual video, and let me know. I never bothered looking into that. Old and hard to learn new things. All right, but thanks whoever did come. I know it's not a really exciting stream, but it's just for fun. And where's my sign-off screen? I always forget it. Where the frig is it? There it is. All right, thanks, guys. See you later.